line. No ball. It's a short delivery once again. Or does it hit? Good review. Very good review, guys. Crossing. Love for the crowd too. Australian players have gone straight back to their spots in the field. Looks like it was clean off the helmet. He just knew, didn't he? Just immediately as the ball went past him, he just stood there, and immediately when the finger went up, he just reviewed immediately because he knew that he missed the ball. There's the change of decision, which means that Heinrich Klaassen's just going to perhaps buckle down a little bit. 36 overs gone, 168 for 3. So that's what they need, 104 from 84 deliveries. The client rate is 7.4.
There's been some quiet overs as well. Cummins bowled a nice one, so did Stark. And if you probably think about if there was a bowler that the South African probably would target, that would be Mitch Marsh. He's bowling in his 7th over. He's gone for 32 runs. So it's a crucial spell that he has to bowl now, especially to these two. Already saw the intent by Janneman Malan.
So Stark has bowled 7. Cummins has bowled 7. Mitchell Marsh is into his 7th. Agar's got 1 to go. I'm not sure we'll see much of spin. Zampa has got a few to go. Working out on the leg side. Going to come back for the second. That's good running.
You can just see, isn't it? You can just see the intensity when Mitch Marsh came on to bowl, that they'll be targeting him. They're trying to make sure that that required run rate comes down to under 7 runs to the over, and he's the bowler that they'll be looking to take on. Intent is already there from Janneman Malan.
Like a situation if a wicket falls, they might just bring a spinner in for an over quickly. Oh, prize of catcher. That's going to be out. That's right. Buy a lottery ticket. That's my advice. Buy a lottery ticket.
Oh, you would have thought that would have gone straight to the fielder. Throughout his spell, Mitch Marsh, he's had 3rd man up in the ring from the start of the power play, the first power play. And it's a slower delivery, and he's not even watching the ball. He's just trying to get something to elevate it past 3rd man, and fortunate enough, he just finds the gap. He still managed to go through for the single.
It's the first time we've seen him do that. I'm not sure he needs to. So you'll have to look at every over now. There's 5 runs in this over and there's still 1 ball remaining. That required rate is just climbing a little bit. But it's not out of control. It's going to go 7.5. Steve Smith is clearly very experienced in these sort of situations. He's been captain for Australia for a while. No doubt he'll be giving some advice to Aaron Finch. Hard and strong down the ground. So 6 off the over, 37 gone, 174 for 3. reckon it's going to be a nail biter this one. A couple of new voices in the commentary box now. Mark Nicholas and Sean Pollock.
Thanks, Hazy. Down to the wire, we think. Particularly if Australians feel like that. I just think it's a hard game to push early on, particularly with the longish tail. I feel if guys get in, as these two have, they have to now have the courage to see it through. It's a great MS Dhoni thing about take it to the point, take it deep to the point at which the opposition are every bit as uptight as you are. Every time you lose a wicket here, the opposition is sky high in terms of their morale. Keep denying that there's something in the game, because as Mike just said, 7.5 and over is doable. Very doable. Cummins is quite a performer in these situations. He steams in, mixing up his length, seems to find an extra yard of pace either side of the 140k mark. And just has to hang on. His 77 here is admirable. Hang on.
I think the challenge in these situations, the next man to the crease, what sort of job can he do? How quickly can he adjust to the conditions? We've seen Klaasen come in and he's looked brilliant. But he's also coming off 123 in the last game. So as far as confidence and form goes, he's ticking all those boxes. We saw how difficult it was for the Australian new batsmen who came to the crease in the last 10 overs. They were 49 for 6 in that spell.
Good stuff. I say, he's done well enough to think he might have just saved that boundary. It's a single run that could prove crucial. It'll certainly be reviewed. Aaron Finch was the guy. He certainly pulls it back inside the boundary triangle there, but as long as he's not touching the triangle as he's touching the ball, he's good. I think that's 4. The knee hits that triangle while his hand's on the ball.
Either way, they completed 3, so it brings up the 50 for Klaasen. Back-to-back 50s for him, 50 or 50 deliveries. It might be 51, 3 4s. Could be a 4th 4. Oh, they're happy with it. Okay.
We all interpret things differently. It's good innings, and a crucial innings, you have to say.
Might have to do a review at the end of the game if it's all square. 1 run could be the difference.
Yeah, I mean, the foreshortening of the cameras there was difficult. It was all a bit blurred, and I don't think the magnifying glass would have helped. The feeling was he'd released it from his fingers, and then the knee hit the rope. Fair enough. Great chase by Finch. Partnership worth 77. Expertly done, driven by Klaasen's confidence as much as anything. To do 2 more.
Strong throw from the boundary there. Darcy Short, I think it was, on that fence. Comfortably back. And then moves to 80. Important that Klaasen keeps talking to him. He's the man who's in good touch. He's playing nicely. He's feeling confident. Just offer a word of advice every once in a while, and a word of congratulations for what he's done so far.
Simply got to go with the old adage, be there at the end. 182 for 3.
एज अ बॉलर आपका काम ही है विकेट छटकाना। पापा ने मुझे इवनिंग को हॉकी स्टिक लाके दे दी, तो मैंने वहाँ पे जाके भी क्रिकेट ही खेलना स्टार्ट कर दिया।
बिंदास।
I actually just love batting. Bowling तो पसंद नहीं थी। कौन इतना मस्त खेलेगा ना?
और थोड़ी सी बदमाश। The story of our choris. Color Me Blue, a special series on our cricketing channels starting this Women's Day. Watch Harmanpreet Kaur this Sunday at 8 p.m. on Sony 6 and Sony 10-3. Win the game as the chasing side here more often than not. Can it be niggling away in the back of the mind? Pressure of nailing the series tonight. Australian team that never give in. Adam Zampa, the leg spinner, back into the attack. Heinrich Klaassen on strike.
Moving short eight.
Yeah, the player from Australia will try and build as much pressure on Milan as possible. And give him nothing to score from. Starve Klaassen off the strike. Pass the rate just to keep climbing. Get it above 8 and then try and get it above 9. South Africa just picking up a boundary every once in a while just calms things down.
Ball, mate.
Zampa's bowled in these last two short spells. Well, a few balls of this over and the previous short spell, 2 over spell.
Come on, lads. Come on, lads.
Flatter and shorter, but into the pitch with overspin. Really, the only place for the batsman was singles off the back foot down the ground. Oh, it's worked. That's out, I'm afraid. Yep. Heinrich Klaassen goes. Zampa creates the pressure. And Australia take a key wicket.
Yeah, it's a brilliant bit of bowling. We've seen this shot a couple of times to Ashton Agar, but he's a finger spinner. He won't really get as much revs on the delivery and get the ball to bounce as much as Zampa would. Takes the top edge. The field's been set and the gap is there. Look at the celebration after he gets the wicket from Finch. He knows how big a wicket that is. In the context of the series, he's a man who's batting brilliantly. Got to 51. 52 deliveries, a nice played innings, but a huge wicket, 184 for 4.
Italy, the land of pizza, the leaning tower of Pisa, fast cars, art and culture, but their most premium export? Definitely Serie A. Most passionate fans? Check. Best players in the world? Check. And the big guns? Check. Anxious coaches? Check. Jaw-dropping moments? Check. Premium Italian football? Check. Catch all the action of Serie A, Saturday and Sunday evenings, live and exclusive only on Sony 10-2.
Saving a single, or you might say there for the top edge and the wicket. So that's worked a treat for the Australians. Klaassen looked furious with himself, but he played extremely well. Now David Miller, vastly experienced, arrives at the crease. It'd be useful to have a left and right hand combo out there. Miller's played more one-day international matches than any player on either side. He'll know the average touching on 40, a strike rate touching on 100, but he has the game. The temperament to Milan calm. Milan, they've crossed, of course, he's still strike, he's on 81.
Oh, Barry.
That's good batting.
This is going to be important to see what Australia can do with David Miller on strike. It has taken you a few deliveries. The surface is a little bit slower than what you'd expect. They're going to attack. They're going to make a slip in place for Miller. Finch is going to be the man.
I know it's the most obvious thing, this, but you don't want to lose another wicket. That old cricket thing about one brings two and all that stuff. You'd rather let the rate tick up a notch than lose a wicket.
A couple of deliveries from Sanford to Miller in the last match where he just went across the left-hander, brought the outside edge into play. That's probably why the Finch has made the decision to go into this quarter. Here's a little scary, maybe 8-10 balls where you can try and squeeze South Africa, try and make them do something silly and give them nothing for free. The field changes again. They're trying to stop that single through the offside for Yanaman Malone. Works. It's a good change to end the over. 39 done, 186 for 4.
Takakwayo, Haraj. You reckon these two of Takakwayo have got to do the lion's share here. Mitchell Marsh back into the attack. Moving his bowlers around. Good run, they come back for 2 on the misfield and make it.
There's been a couple of examples of the Australians attacking the ball off the circle, and I like that. I have no issue with it whatsoever. The execution hasn't been so clever. Knock on. No scrum for that one because it went backwards.
Great thing is everybody's on the edge of their seat, or people biting nails, scratching heads. This guy's the guy that's got to stay calm.
There's a lot on the line. South Africa win this, they win the series 2-0. Australia, in order to keep the series alive, have to win this game. It's important.
Boucher and Cocker, there's a lot of fingernail destruction there. Pretty orthodox field, but the one slightly unorthodox pace Marsh bowls at, his late 130s, is that Alex Carey's come to stand up to the stumps. That's stopping Miller get as near to the ball as he wants to. Ideally, Miller would be a little out of his ground, coming at Marsh. Because the soft ball is harder to hit, almost more difficult for Miller. So that's a smart move tactically. Miller next one, and Carey wishes to take that.
Yeah, it's not a feint. It goes straight into the gloves. It's the one that beats him and goes away to the boundary that he'll kick himself for.
Rate's still under 8 and over. Just, admittedly, but it is still under 8 and over.
Come on, boys. Come on, lad. Yeah, at this stage, Australia 221 for 4. So Africa 192 for 4. So comfortably ahead, but it was that bad finish of the last 10 overs. Once the restrictions change and the extra fielder could go out, it was Limgingiri. It was absolutely superb again. Second effective spell in the match.
Great shot. Stays true to technique and orthodoxy. Best of David Miller. 196 for 4.
Yeah, it was slightly upper, so there was a few screens of catch it from the Australians. Immense power and the placement really good.
.76 runs from 60 balls. 6 wickets in hand.
Yeah, earlier on in commentary, I was comparing the worms, and you have a look at the situation of where South Africa probably wanted to be after 40 overs. My call at that stage was 200. With the third power play, the extra man can station himself outside the inner ring.
Are you happy then? 196?
Yeah, I believe he should be able to knock off 70 odd in the last 10. Drop catches it. I think it was an outside edge here. Not single as a bar. It's a faint one. It's the top spinner again. Yeah, just enough deflection to take it away from the webbing.
Bounced. Much higher than any of the others. Slip in place now.
Oh, yes, okay. Well done.
A lot of credit to Adam Zampa. Not many bad balls. Finds the edge a fair bit.
It's been a really good spell, 7.3 overs. 2 for 29. You do think he wants Yanuman Malan to try and take him on. That would be the one in favour. David Miller at some stage, he's still got 2.5 overs to bowl. He might decide that one of the overs he's going to target and see if he can hit the leg spinner out the ground.
Oh, no, there's a man back, but he's hit it hard, high, and for 6. What a moment. What a strike at the moment.
Yeah, we've seen the trend throughout the day. The fielders, because it's such a big ground, they've just stationed themselves maybe 5 or 10 meters off the rope. He gets down, plays it, hits it beautifully. But you see how Warner has to try and make so many yards back. If he'd been on the boundary, you never know, he might have been able to pull it off.
Oh, it's a bold hit back. 3 sixes now to Milan, against the 2 4s that he's hit. First boundary hit off Zampa. Glorious strike, that. Footwork, nice free swing of the bat.
Yeah, the thinking may initially have been extra cover, but he pulled it off. Got himself into the 90s.
Ball dog.
91.
Oh, I'm thinking of his brother, the family, watching, sweating. 12-5.
Half brought him up there when he got 4 out.
His brother getting that test match, was it 96? So he's got to get a few more. He's got the bragging rights. The second innings, Cape Town, was it 80?
80 odd, wasn't it? Yeah, late 80s, maybe 86, 87. He got close, that's your point. Fought so hard for those runs too.
Just trying to work out who's going to have the bragging rights. The highest score for South Africa in the household.
.271 Australia, bowled out of the last ball of the innings. Here's Marsh. There's Malan. It's a to 93.
Try and work out the bowling attack. It's 5 overs to be shared by Stark and Cummins. Marsh probably has to bowl another 2. Santa's got 2 up his sleeve as well.
.64 need, 52 balls remain. Actually having a long chat with Keshav Maharaj there. Down the same, play for the other guy. You don't give up your wicket. Get off strike. Got to square the 3 back leg side here. Oh, no.
Change of thinking. Nothing silly now. Nothing silly. Make sure you're secure when you take on those singles. You want to keep the scoreboard ticking, but it's not worth the dismissal.
Certainly not. And not with 94. 84 his brother made. Cape Town. That's out if he hits, I'm sure. It didn't hit. It's nervous cricket.
Yeah, Miller turned down the first one. He should have turned that one down as well. There's no doubt whatsoever. Left arm, Agar, swooped in. He makes contact. Miller's well short. It's not even a contest, I don't think. Ball bounces up nicely as well. Comfortably out. And that would have been a huge blow. It is Miller that's got that ability just at will to hit the ball out the ground.
Well, also, although it will feel stressful out there from the land, this isn't. By the nature of modern one-day cricket, this is not a difficult target. 7.5 and over. Big field, lots of fielders back, lots of singles, a few 2s. You can even afford the odd bad over and still not be out of it. It's 2-11 for 4. Zampa with 2 to bowl has figures of 2 for 36. Finch is using him now because he's a wicket taker. Plenty of singles out there. Bowled. One of them. With us at the start of the day, we did the dimensions of the playing area. this playing area in South Africa, which is why we talk a lot about the ones and twos available and why there have been fewer boundaries, quite a damp outfield. A lot of area strikes that have pitched to the turf and stopped and bounced onto the rope. It's not been a big boundary hitting day.
Come on, Zeppa! Come on, lads! What's up? West match.
Trying to assess the game plan of what the South Africans are thinking. Edmund Milan will be focused, very focused on 4 more runs, get himself a 3-figure score. But Miller, I think, will be the key man. At some stage, we'll look to try and nail down one of the overs and put some pressure on Australia. It might be the last over that Zampa bowls. He's still got one after this.
Yes, given the way they've played it, it might save him for one of the lesser batsmen a little later. I think Finch is hoping for a risk. 2 balls in the over left so far. 4 singles from 4 balls.
Come on, Barry!
Big change here. Smith moving from mid-wicket to short, fine leg. 3 guys now are about 2/3 of the way back. Deep back to square leg, mid-wicket, and mid-on to most of the way back. Determined to stop 2s. They don't really mind if he wants to take them on. They reckon there's enough risk with that overspin and bounce we've been talking about. Bring the field up. Big now from Milan. He's on 97. Nervous. Lazy one. 2-1-6 for 4. A lot of kids came in late afternoon, as Sean pointed out. They've got school finishes around 2 o'clock, then they have sport, so they came after that. And they're still here, gripped 8:15 at night in Bloemfontein, right in the heart of South Africa. 56 runs required to win the game and take the series with 1 to play at Potchefstroom in a couple of days' time, Saturday. David Miller's going to be on strike, and Mitchell Stark is back into the attack. Can he find a bit of reverse, as he so often does with his older ball? Swung the new ball a bit. Few in the world who still consistently swing the white ball at the newer old. Pre-save for single in the covers, only mid-on does on the leg side.
Start there from David Miller. I just do feel the surface of play maybe a touch better in the second part of the match. Maybe just skid it on a touch more even and allowed the guys to play some shots, because it was really difficult going for Australia in the last 10 overs. Direct hit might have been interesting.
And comes back for it. Nice. He's running the first one so quick. He knows that because the outfield's not as quick as sometimes, the fielder's got a lot to do. The ball doesn't get to him quite as quickly as he would think it would. Go here.
And also, once it gets down to the fielder on third man, he's probably 5 or 10 meters deeper in most grounds in South Africa. So it's a big throw to get it back to the wicketkeeper and the stumps. It's a really good start. No big shots required, just 2 to start the overall.
2 twos. Now a single.
What the Hanuman Malan would give for a 3 somewhere. Just a little bit of a chat. Maybe from David Miller-Sanders. We've got 5 of the first 3. The required rate is just under 8. But what you do, no need to play anything rash. Just bat on ball and see if you can get us through for a single. Keep it ticking over.
Idea goes in Milan. No sign of reverse swing yet for Stark. He tried first ball. David Miller got it out there outside off stump. Wanted it to swerve back into the bit. It didn't.
Turn to Stock, maybe an over before he would probably want to do. Maybe want him to bowl the last 3, but he wants him to have an impact. Can he pick up a wicket? And him again. See him marking the ball, which means that the dew has started to play a bit of a role at the back end of the innings. They're getting slightly damp to keep the seam as dry as possible for his premier strike bowler.
That's the last thing you wanted to try and get a reverse swing. Milan on 98. Oh, he's got it. Yep. A maiden one-day international 100 for Hanuman Malan. Innings of great character and no little class. Night to remember so far. There's more work to be done.
Yeah, brilliant effort from Hanuman Malan. We also got to take him back. First delivery received in his one-day international career. He was trapped in front, LBW. Tonight, he got to 100 in his second go at this top level for the Proteas. And if ever there was a time to get a nice thick edge on a delivery, it was the perfect time.
I was going to say, that's so true. 11 off that over because of that. Against Mitchell's start, all back to, but at worst, close it down. At best, to take a wicket or 2. 102 not out. What a sight. What a couple of months for the Milans.
At that moment, as he makes contact, he knows it's gone far, and he knows he's coming back for 2. The bonus is to go for a boundary. All the men in the dressing room will be really happy for Hanuman Malan. He points to the badge. It means a massive amount. Strive to get your cap and make your debut. Eventually you do, and you get to celebrate a moment like that.
Okay, we're out of here. Replacing us, eager to get here, I can say. Tommy and Mike Hazeman here.
Mark, 26 and 36. 6 wickets in hand. That's the equation. Outstanding stuff from Hanuman Malan. Good work to Miller, keeping that one down. Just a single brings Malan back on strike. See these guys with the celebrations, it means so much. Larson, his celebration the other day was full of lots of emotion. Hanuman Malan as well today. Outstanding. Great, Tom.
Hello, Hayes. Ah, what a time.
Brilliant. It's brilliant to witness. Golden duck one day, century the next, eh? Gotta love it.
Cummins. Swing and a miss. Watch that, 44 from 34 balls. Six wickets in hand. That's the most important part about that equation. There's a good batsman to come too. They try and find that try for four. A bit of a bonus.
The finest of tickles as it goes past him down the leg side, and he would have had heart in mouth actually, because it doesn't get much on it, and he's looking to see whether Carey can get across to take the catch. He can't, and away it goes for four. 48 the partnership now, and it's off just 36 balls.
That's the one to the sweeper. 6 runs from the over so far. Still 2 balls remaining.
Form so important. Again, you've got to speak of Heinrich Klaasen and his half century at a runner ball, with just drags everybody along. And it certainly dragged Janneman Malan, kept him calm. Miller out there, 21 from 18. It's got to be the one taking the game here.
Strong drive. Fumble. Screams through for 1.
And I know you look at it and you say, well, there's a guy at 100. What are you talking about? He's got to be the one taking the game. Well, he does have to be, because he's the senior man out there. It's a 50 partnership now between Miller and Malan. And he really is the one steering the ship. Perhaps some instruction here and there to Malan. Perhaps more suggestion than instruction, but suggestion that will be accepted, as it will guide him along with the milestone out of the way.
Yeah, he's so experienced, David Miller. Been in this situation before. Short and wide. Again, the sweeper comes into play. You've probably heard the early call of 2. End result is they get 9 runs from that over. That is good going. 236 for 4.
एज ए बॉलर आपका काम है विकेट छटकाना। पापा ने मुझे इवनिंग को हॉकी स्टिक लाके दे दी, तो मैंने वहाँ पे जाके भी क्रिकेट ही खेलना स्टार्ट कर दिया। I used to just love batting. Bowling तो पसंद नहीं थी। बॉलिंग तो मक्के आया ना।
और थोड़ी सी बदमाश। The story of our stories. Color Me Blue, a special series on our cricketing channels starting this Wednesday. Watch Harmanpreet Kaur this Sunday at 8 p.m. on Sony 6 and Sony 10-3.
Brother. Yeah, everything is my brother.
Thousand people here today. Great to see him turn up.
Having a lovely time too. Yep, on the line. 36 from 30. It's a tight one. Can't say which way it's going to go.
Zampa again. In the air. Quite comfortably the second, they do.
The rate at just over 7. It's about just getting off strike. point yet where big hits are required. And if they're able to keep rotating, strike won't get to that point. The pressure all on the bowling side. It's if a wicket falls. And I tell you what, whilst they're all happy and singing, you've got to expect it if you're in the change room and you're the next man in. Expect that you're the one who's going to have to go out there to try and finish the game. Mind right on it. Has to be.
And Dilly Baklakwayo is the next man in. Just buzzing this ground. Tampa's last. Four runs, outstanding, magnificent shot.
The shot of a man on 100. It's a beauty. With the spin, there's a man at extra and the gap is just over his head. And that's where he's gone, Yanaman Malan. Leggy, just get under it enough and watch it sail. Skims off the surface for four.
Ngedi's up, he got 6 wickets. It's just an extraordinary game. 29 from 26. They've controlled this beautifully tonight. Not too many one-day internationals played at this venue, so it was a bit of an unknown surface. Half-time, and Ngedi said it was fine. No dramas with it. I suppose he will, but he got 6 for almost nothing. 6 for 58. But he did bowl beautifully. Jordan 43 for 4.
Yep.
Sheffield Wednesday versus Manchester City tonight, 1:15 a.m. Live and exclusive on Sony 10-2.
That time goes off the edge and brings him the greatest of joy. Goes for 4. A first century in one-day international cricket in a couple of games. Only a couple of games.
I really like the way he controlled things right on the top. Stark, Cummins, quality bowlers, of course, but that was controlling things at that stage, not allowing them to get in the game. Of course, Quinney departed early. Good work again from Mitchell Stark to get rid of the captain. And then there was a couple of younger guys, a couple of less experienced blokes, who just steered the ship, which is so impressive. Happened in the last game in Pile too. "29 from 24. That's the numbers. That's gone for 4. That's a great start for South Africa.
The work done to ensure that somebody gets in means that there's more pressure on the bowlers at the back end as they're bowling to players that are somewhat set and they miss by just a little bit where normally they'd hit their target. Is so good, Stark at the death is missed there and punished. Only place it couldn't be was leg side with fine leg up.
Now called a wait from David Miller.
And the dot is affordable because of the 4. Pressure heavily stacked on the Australians. And it's Finch saying to his bowlers, gun bowlers, listen, can you pull this one out the fire for me? We need it. Why we lose this, that's the series done. It's to stay alive.
Well, that's nicely balled, but well played. Thinking about coming back for the second, putting a bit of pressure on the fielders as well. Just the one, though. He looks in real control, Miller.
Australia are in need of a stark exorcism. They need one right now. Just for a twist in the tail, just so that they can give themselves a chance.
He does have one over after this as well. Those sort of things are not impossible. He's done them throughout his career. That is a beautiful shot. That is magnificent stuff. Yannaman Malan has just played superbly with that drive.
The Bungaung Oval explodes after that. They're living every ball. Beautiful shot. Searching for the block hole. Misses by some distance and is punished.
So many times throughout the summer, South Africa got off to a good start in the first game, the limited over stuff, and then haven't followed through. Are they going to do it tonight? 20 off 20 balls, 6 wickets in hand. They should. That's picked up, and it's got for 4 as well. What a terrific shot that is.
Oh, yes. Yes, please. Yannaman Malan is pulling out the shots here. That is a beautiful flick. All the pace on it. Away she goes. And it's in the gap too. What an over. Still a ball to go and it's gone for 13. Pressure, what pressure?
Spectators are right in this game. Full toss. Straight to the fielder. Has to scramble back. 13 off the over, 256 for 4.
Edge of the seat stuff for the South African change room. A partnership of 72 from 51 is the comparison. And Australia, well, it's their capitulation at the back end that's costing them.
Yeah, they lost 6 for 49, the last 10, Australia. That's really cost them at the end. But there's a nice little upturn from South Africa with these boundaries being scored right now. 16 from 18 balls. They are absolutely loving this game. Right, now it's Pat Cummins. Again, you can't rest when he's got the ball in his hand. Mitchell Marsh has still got one, of course, Stark. He's got one as well. This is Cummins' last. Ball of 2. Good running. Applying pressure. Good work from David Miller.
bunch here. Every single one. 30 from 50. Management up at the front there. Coach, captain, assistant coach, manager. Sweaty palms, all of them.
Short ball is it a wide? Yes.
Comparison of scores at this stage, at this very stage, Australia were 259 for 7. Therein lies the issue. It's the wickets South Africa get at the back end. 6 wickets in the last 10, and it just stops Australia's innings. And it's why South Africa at this back end are benefiting.
That's a top edge. Has it got enough on it to go all the way? I don't think it has. Coming back for the second. They won't mind where they're getting these runs from.
The calmness, so good, so impressive. That's off his shoulder. From 14.
Good strike. Has that gone all the way? It has gone all the way. 6 runs. Beautiful stuff from Milan.
Just magnificent. Listen to the cheers. What an innings this is. The nerves, the pressure, first ball in game 1, big chase, not much happening. Difficult at the start. He gets through that. Probably needs to up the ante somewhat. Doesn't mind that. Gets to 100. And here he is on the verge. 269 for 4.
Quick shot of that Australian change room. Looking very enthusiastic at this stage because with 6 wickets in hand, surely. Three from 12. That's how well these two guys have played. Not those two guys. The batsman in the middle, Milan and Miller.
This partnership, 85 from 58.
Outstanding. Can they get 4 runs to win this game in this over? 3 runs to win it. Beautiful. Quick single. Nicely bowled by Stark.
All done by the shout. What a chase. What a chase. It's been magnificent to win a game, first game, setting a score and shutting it down as they did, and then to come here where we thought that 270 odd is not an easy chase and do it in this fashion is brilliant.
Miller on strike. Down the ground, no run.
It's a record chase too. Main actors, there he is, and get you 6 for 58. Tell you what, it's going to be pretty difficult to separate who is the man of the match. Him with 6 for 58, or this man, 129 off 139. He's still there, seen them all the way in the record chase at this ground.
Both performances are magnificent. But it is going to be hard to separate them. Stark, full toss. It's through the covers, there it is. South Africa have won. They've won the series. Look at the South African team now. They are ecstatic with this. They win by 6 wickets. And this is really special stuff from South Africa.
A series win that is special to South Africa in a summer that's been very difficult. Tough games, tough series, tough times for this side, whether you're talking white ball or red ball cricket. And they needed this. They closed it out by winning 2 in a row against tough opponents, the Australians. Not an easy task. And they've played 2 excellent games, South Africa, to turn over the Australians.
Yeah, that's for sure, Fami. It has been a remarkable performance from these 2 guys. Ghanima Milan, 129, outstanding. Miller again in the runs, 37, unfinished, as with Milan. And they will be swamped, I'm sure, when they get to their teammates.
Yeah, the partnership is special. It really is. 90 from 61, it's unbeaten. In a time when they're lean pickings in terms of personnel because of retirements and so forth, and because also of a lack of form to some who many might have thought would take up the reins. It's so good and important as well to see others stand up. Heinrich Klaassen, good player, 50 in this game, that made a lot of difference. It might have just clicked in